I want to talk about assumptions. There's a really good story that illustrates what assumptions can do to someone and do to ourselves. It's called A Man on a Train. So there's this man on a train, and he has his two children, and the children are just running amok. They are loud and obnoxious, and all the people in the train are just looking at these children and looking at this man, and they're saying to themselves, this father, look at him, he's just not even disciplining his children. He's letting them run around like wild animals. What a terrible father. What a terrible person. These poor children, what's going to happen? They're just terrible children too, due to a terrible father. So all these people are thinking all these negative thoughts about this man and sending out these nasty vibes and judgments like swords, being flung at him. And, these things can be felt by each other, by the people judging, and it fills up a room. So anyways, there's the man sitting there oblivious and just beside himself, ignoring everything. And so this person that can see all this happening and it's just going, what is going on here? And just says, what's going on with this man? Why is he just sitting there like that? Why does he look like that? And so they kind of decide to ask a question. And this is sort of the point of it is they decided to ask a question. And they went to the man and they just, what's happening here? And how are you? And the man tells them, my wife just died. I have no family. I don't even know how I'm going to take care of these children on my own. He's just beside himself, like in absolute grief. And I think, how many times in our everyday life do these kinds of things occur? Where we just look at somebody from the outside and make up a story about who that person is and what that person should be doing. And it's an assumption. And what are assumptions, Assumptions are us creating a story because we don't have all the facts, because we can't know. So assumptions just fill in the blanks. The problem is when we believe them as facts, because that's not what they are. They're not facts. They're just fill-ins for what we can't see and what we can't know. And this brings me to the saying that I love so much, that is, don't believe everything you think. There's a lot of people walking around believing everything they think about themselves, about others. It's just such a small picture. We can only see such a small picture. And to believe assumptions is to be deluded. It's delusional because it's not the whole story. In fact, oftentimes with assumptions, they're outright untrue. It's not even close to the truth. Like the man on the train, was he a bad father? Or was he just in so much grief that he couldn't even keep his eyes open? So whenever we make assumptions, it's really good to not believe them as facts. It keeps us from delusion. Because I see it out there. I mean, there's so many people walking around utterly deluded, just in a state of fantasy, believing their assumptions, believing this group, believing this person saying this, and never really looking into it, never really countering it with any kind of reason, and we all have to be careful of this because we can't know it all and we need to fill in the blanks because we do have such a small picture. But when we believe them as facts, that's the danger. And I think real compassion and real empathy comes from not believing everything we see and hear, and giving people a chance. And, people do grow, and it's really easy to make assumptions about people and stick to them. And if people are growing, which you hope that they do, we need to give them a wide berth and accept them as they grow and ask questions. Just ask questions, That's a dangerous thing, assumptions, and I wanted to illustrate this concept with that story because it just really touched my heart. And so the next time, somebody rubs you the wrong way, or, you get a funny look, remember, you don't know. You don't know where that's coming from. It's really easy to be offended right now, and it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Anyways, I hope that I illustrated this good enough, and may God bless you.